Hello? You in there? Can you hear me? I'm just kidding. That's called acting. I just found a loser. Yeah. They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but I disagree. I think the greatest form of flattery is this. That's that Donnie from Wild Thornberrys type riz. But when does imitation go too far? When is it no longer an homage, but instead tiptoes over the line into plagiarism? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Great news. Krampus came early and he slit the throat of Ronald McDonald, took control of the company, and farted out a wonderful AI advertisement that everyone's making fun of. And while the ad itself is terrible, the response from the people behind it is the most pathetic shit you could imagine. At 19 years old, I, even back then, had a big fear of flying, but I had a buddy of mine I knew on Xbox Live. His name was Kyle. He was in a frat at Michigan State. I forgot the name of the frat, but he had invited me to their big parties. I think it was for St. Patty's Day. They were doing like a weekend of partying. And this is when I first started to be social, and I said, you know what? Fucking do it live. I bought a plane ticket, accepted the invitation. I went to Michigan State University, and I went to their parties. I met a lovely woman at one of the house parties. I got her number, we chatted. Didn't hear from her for like a day. She texted me the next night, and I was violently high. Ill, very ill. I had inhaled the bong water from a gravity bong. Ooh. I was struggling. I didn't know right from left. She had texted me to come over that evening. I wasn't going to pass up an opportunity. I had a buddy of mine drive me to her apartment. When I got there, she offered some wonderful accoutrements.
Excuse me?
One of which was a blowjob. I didn't.
Oh. I say lie. What do you guys think?
I was still in a fugue state. I peed all in her mouth. and
what the fuck?
Of course, there's only so much space in this cavity, so she popped off. I peed everywhere in that bedroom. To which she said, "I can't do this right now." So she went into the shower to clean off, and I sat there in shame and confusion.
Truth?
I was so quick at the start of the story to think oh yeah, this is true. I didn't even have to think twice.
It's so unbelievable.
That last bit, I am praying for you that is a lie.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I think we get quite a few. They grilled him.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, the most unbelievable thing, you flew?
Yeah, I did. I flew.
Yeah.
It was one of only, I think, 8 or 9 times I've flown. It was a solo solo flight. Because I was finally socializing. This was a huge opportunity.
Did she gag when you pissed in her mouth?
I think she thought it was cum at first.
Forever.
Yeah. I think it's a lie,
I'm gonna go lie
Charlie.
as
I
well.
go lie.
I'm gonna lie.
Locking it in?
Locking it in.
It's the truth. I've actually told this story once before, right after it happened in 2014.
I remember that.
You made it into a video?
Well, I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys aren't gonna believe this. No, she's married. She got married years ago.
That's tough.
Do not say her name.
Do not.
Every
what were the other
single
accoutrements?
aspect
I have
of
so
that.
many more questions now.
She had sex with him after he peed in her mouth.
She must have been a chill lass.
That's so
That's
nice.
one way to word it,
That's
yeah.
so
That
nice.
is one way to word it.
She was a trooper.
She really stuck it out for
Yeah.
you. That's awesome.
I can't do this right now.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
Just give me a second.
Well, she really meant right now because she went and then came back and was like, all right, now I am.
Don't pee in me
I
again.
guess, I guess she thought that you were going to say that. She goes, maybe not that, but...
So it was a college apartment, so it was very cramped. Yeah. It was separate rooms. But since it was a college apartment room, it's very cramped, so her bookshelf was right next to the bed.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Harry Potter collection.
Oh my fucking God.
So That's what it would sound like if I was being drained by a Dementor. Also just now realized that this is pretty zoomed in. You weren't meant to see Charles that up close and personal. You ever been to a dog show with the sole purpose of arguing with the other dudes there about how your dog is the most exotic? What do you mean, no? What's wrong with you? You off your gourd or something? This is what sane, healthy people do. You know what they say. You can't spell druid without D-U-I. And you're about to see the mythical Coors Light druid in full action here as she gets her 5th DUI. This time with her child in the car. It happened. Doomsday is upon us. Nostradamus tried to warn us, but we plugged our ears and refused to listen. But now we have been dragged kicking and screaming into the end times. Pranksters found AI. Or at least one of them did. Are we staring down the pipe of the end times? Are we about to experience an apocalyptic flood a mere 3 or so weeks away, as prophesized by a guy on TikTok? A chosen one, whom the Lord apparently dropped this patch note to with a little sneak peek, giving him a warning, and then also issuing him the noble task of building arcs to save as many as possible? On the surface, it might sound silly that a lot of people are genuinely questioning if this prophecy is going to come true, much like the last Doomsday TikTok prediction. But when you really dive into the meat and potatoes of it and get into the weeds, it's even sillier that anyone, even a single person, would for some reason believe this. Nobody wants to be a parent these days because then you have to, raise a human being. And what's the point in doing that? When the stork drops off that baby, why should you be the one responsible for raising it when you can just instead have technology do it for you? Sit that child down in front of an iPad, or if you really want to make sure they're set up for success, just have AI raise it. That's the era we're living in now, and I think that's pretty exciting stuff. No doubt we're going to be seeing a lot of superhumans amongst our species very soon, thanks to this upbringing. Hey there, chum, it's me, your positive pal Charles, and, well, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be singing a bit of a different tune today, and I know I'm usually known for my optimism, but I just heard the holly jolly news that one of only 3 RAM manufacturers is bowing out of selling RAM to ordinary average consumers. Instead, Micron wants to shift its focus to AI. Not an exaggeration, by the way, there is only 3 big Holy, I'm porky pigging, I'm so upset. There is only 3 big RAM manufacturers out there. You think you're so slick, huh, keeping secrets from me? You thought I wouldn't find out about one of the biggest flops of 2025? You thought you could bury that information without me unearthing it in order to huff the fumes of a Concorde-level failure? You imbecile! It's 5 a.m. I got a butt full of poop.